Good morning. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people, and it's 9 a.m., but this is something new. I'm going to talk about LGBTQ plus stuff and get our week started right. So grab a cup of Joe. Oh, I love some Joe. This is decaffeinated though today. You'll find out why in a couple minutes, all right? All right, it's going to be a great week. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl, sunbeams, drag queens, L-word, is that girl, the girl of all our dreams. She's everything that every girl should be. FayWhat, South Beach, hashtag that girl, pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
Good morning, LGBTQ plus South Florida. This is the first gay weekly morning TV show in the world, and I'm FayWhat. I am all about our community, and I want to talk about our interesting world. We have people to meet, we have events to attend, and it's time to plan out our week. You may have noticed that I'm a girl. We call it a lesbian. And you may have also noticed that we don't rule the gay boy world yet. But that's okay, because I'm a gay boy too. Yes. What? My member is in the top drawer of my night table. And it's pretty big too. So, as the FayWhat show develops, you are going to agree with me that everyone in the L, the G, the B, the T, and the Q community have more in common than the things that separate us. I'll be here with special friends every Monday at 9 a.m. to start your week off right, and I'll be inviting special guests and other friends to make our time together lots of fun. Next, gay boys. I am one of those lesbians that adores my gay boys. I can't live without them, yes, but let's face it, this is an LGBTQ plus show. At 9 in the morning, they're asleep. They've been partying all night long. So if I want the gay boy perspective, I have to go to where they're at this time of the morning. This segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late. Yeah, I know it's your favorite segment, boys. I know. Where else to fish for the boys than while they're still in bed? And this morning, we are joined by my guy pal, model, event planner, and performer, Jameer Baptiste. I like to call him JB. So let's get in bed with JB as gay boys sleep late. Good morning, JB.
Ooh, hot. Just like I like it.
I know. You like it hot and black. Mm-hmm. There it is. And decaffeinated. Why don't you drink like regular coffee?
How do you keep these abs with regular coffee?
How do you keep those abs? We'll have to get into that. Wow. So, JB, I have a question. What the hell are you doing here? I saw Damien walk out on the way in, and he was like, don't worry, JB's got it. And here you are.
He's going to get us some breakfast.
That's how that works.
That's how I make it work.
I love that.
I got that special effect on them.
I know you do. But thank you for being with us this morning. I know it's super early, and according to your handkerchief there, you have not been to bed yet.
No, we had a wild night, and now it's going to be a crazy morning.
Yes!
Fun and crazy, right?
Fun and crazy. Yeah, no, I think I'm still wearing the dress that I wore to the Dolphin Democrats gala the other day. So I've been having a fun and crazy weekend too.
Cheers.
Cheers. So there's a lot of interesting things that we're going to talk about this week in the LGBTQ plus community. JB, let's kiki on some of them.
I'm feeling it.
I see. Wow. God, no, really? Like no caffeine and this is you?
Oh my God. The sunshine wakes me up, and Damien.
Listen, Damien can wake up anybody. So, all right, let's begin. So first, creator Stephen Dunn says that his new version of Queer as Folk is a blend of the original British series, the American remake, and the events of the Pulse Massacre. Dunn said in an interview, quote, Pulse is a specific event that targeted the Latinx community in Orlando. Our show is completely fictional, but the trajectory of our story is inspired by the realities of what that was like. Not just that night, but the aftermath and the way that the community of Orlando rebuilt in the wake of that tragedy, end quote. Check out the trailer.
Haven't seen you around, you a tourist?
Nah, I've been in Baltimore for med school. Well, actually, I dropped out.
Hot, smart, and afraid of commitment. Every gay man's type.
Honey, what are you doing here?
I lost my keys.
Wow, you love a dramatic entrance.
Dad is home!
All right, girl. How are you feeling?
I'm kind of nervous. I've never performed on like a real stage before. I really want this.
And you'll get it.
Thank you, Mom.
Hey, the best way to get over someone is by getting under someone else.
Who are you? You don't remember what happened?
Since that night, this entire part of myself that made me feel okay is gone.
We cannot do this without you, Ruthie.
Would you want to like hang out?
We were meant to grow old. Now these feelings take hold. Are we ever gonna be okay again?
All of us survivors struggle every damn day.
If one more person calls me brave,
Hey.
I'm gonna kick them full on it.
Actually, not survivors.
Hey, stop.
Thrivers.
Okay, never mind. He's trash.
You gotta stop blaming other people for your problems.
We gotta take control of our lives again. This is how we should be honoring the victims.
Mingus has told me so much about you, and by so much, I mean he's been really cagey.
Mom, can you stop, please?
What's up, bitches?
What does one wear to a sex party?
Tonight, remember our friends, not as symbols, but for the messy ass sluts we know and love.
You ready to play, Chief?
What the gay hell?
You know what that's called? Healing.
I want to feel alive again.
Whoa. Are you gay?
Kiki number 1, Pulse, inspired queer as folk? Is that okay? What are we all talking about? You were a queer as folk fanatic as a kid, right?
Oh my God, I absolutely adored Queer as Folk. I was going to be Brian, just the dark-skinned version of him. I was literally going to take every substance and party my life away, making hundreds of thousands of dollars while doing it.
While looking scrumptious.
Yes.
Because Brian was just gorgeous.
Oh my
I loved
God,
him.
he was. But to interject Pulse into it, it gives it some realness to it, you know, because for me, it really was all that I had to watch of a gay experience. And it kind of manipulated me to think that this is what our life was about, you know, this hedonistic lifestyle.
Yeah.
And to interject this kind of realness to it and seriousness to it will give the younger generation a real example of what life is truly like to be gay.
Yeah, because I forget that the younger generation, Queer as Folk was when, in the 90s or something? I don't even know, but it's been a while. So the new generation doesn't even know about that.
At all. They have no clue about Queer as Folk.
But can you remake that? Like, can you remake something as good as Queer as Folk? I mean, look, okay, I'm a girl. I love Sex and the City. Then they came back with And Just Like That, and it's garbage. So
oh, don't give me that. I absolutely adore. What is it called?
And Just Like That. But I'm watching it, bitch. Don't get it twisted. I talk all this crap about it on all my shows, but I'm watching the damn thing.
And there you have it, right there. They're gonna talk so much crap about the reboot of Queer as Folk. But everybody's going to watch it.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to tune in. Individuals like me and you who loved it as a child is going to tune in. And hopefully the new generation loves it too, because it adds an element of reality into it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
I see.
Bring Brian's 60-year-old ass back to town.
Would he still be a daddy? He would still be who he is.
He would be a daddy. I want to see if they're still married, living in their little mansion that they bought.
They got the pool boy. That's like their 3, their 3rd, right? That's how I see.
They're always up to some kinky craziness, you know.
Man.
So I'm ready for it. Let's
do
indulge.
It. Yeah, and indulging was definitely what they did. Is it disrespectful to incorporate Pulse though into it? I mean, like, we're here in South Florida. We're less than 4 hours away from Orlando. When Orlando went down, it touched us because it was our community. It was in our backyard, you know? Like, is that disrespectful to the Pulse survivors and the people who passed?
You know what? If they do it right, I don't think so. You know, and I have a true feeling, with respect. I have a true feeling, a gut feeling that they're going to do it right, because they're not going to want to dishonor and smear such a pivotal and tragic moment in our history.
Yeah.
But it, again, I can't just say it enough that it gives some realness to it. You know, the show before was, again, just all about hedonism and really that aspect of just having fun. You know, this will give it some ground to it, some understanding, some realness to it, to where, hey, we're still having fun and being crazy, and that gay lifestyle that is synonymous with queer as folk, but now interjecting something that shows that, hey, we're not just all about fun and G-strings and all that stuff. You know, we have some real things going on.
We
some
do.
real homophobia, some real people trying to tear us down, you know?
Yeah, we do. But I remember being a kid, like, just couldn't wait to get to a club that was Babylon, right? Babylon was the name of the club, right?
Yes.
And I just remember, like, okay, they all have to be that
What
way.
is our
you
new
know?
Babylon? What is our Babylon? Oh my God, I would say Manor?
Manor,
Hunters,
Manor,
kinda?
no, Manor for
Okay.
sure. I
Okay,
think is our
yeah.
new Babylon,
Right?
And they would always have theme nights, and then then everybody was in the bathroom doing their thing.
Right.
I wanted to be one of the gay boys in the bathroom.
Oh, I was.
You still
Just
are,
kidding.
baby. Next, recently on an interview with Fox and Friends. God, I hate Fox and Friends. Can we just? All right. Interview with Fox and Friends host Pete Hegseth said that the former FLOTUS, the first lady, right, was vague about her husband's plans to move back into the White House, although she did say she enjoyed taking care of the historic home and killing all the roses. Anyway, there was also conversation about Vogue being biased since Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, the beautiful Miss Michelle Obama, and Joe Biden, I love Joe Biden, were all featured, but not Melania. Kiki number 2, Melania is still butthurt about not ever being on the cover of Vogue. What are we all talking about?
I just, you hang out with the wrong crowd, this is what happens. You know?
When our parents used to tell us you are who you hang out with, this is what you mean.
Melania, I hope they used to tell you that, because now it's a rude awakening and this is what happens. Because let's be honest, she is a beautiful woman.
She's gorgeous.
And she could dress.
Yes.
Mama can dress.
People were always talking smack about her, but I was always looking forward to see what she was going to wear at these events.
Mm-hmm.
These coats that she would wear, JB, and these heels were just like, I'm getting chills because I am just that person.
Could you imagine if she was married to the right person, how great her story would be?
Yeah, but she didn't. She married Trump.
Yes, and this is why you will never see the light of Vogue. And I don't feel sorry for you, because in our world, you have to really think about and consider the people that you surround yourself with. And this is a prime example, and you learn from your lessons, and I don't think she's learned it.
I don't think she's learned it. She's a very entitled woman. So like, she's still like, well, screw them, and they didn't put me on Vogue, and it's their loss, and blah, blah, blah. Think about Michelle Obama. Think about what she represented. Think about what she still represents.
Exactly.
Okay? Can
Exactly.
Melania even hold a candle? I mean, she can't even hold her train. If
Right?
you really think about it.
It's like, come on now. You really put yourself up for this failure, and you're gonna have to eat it and deal with it. No, I'm not a hater. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous.
She is gorgeous, but she married Trump, and you've got to. I mean, there's ramifications to that, baby girl, and it's just not gonna happen. I think you should let that go. Buy your own magazine and put yourself on the cover every day, like Oprah.
To say that, just like your husband started his own social media, start your own magazine, be on it every cover.
And that's
Love
it.
it. You're
Call
already,
it M. Oh,
you're
wait,
already rich.
There's another magazine already called M.
Is there?
But there's something like that.
Call it Melania, or whatever. You're still fabulous. You're still rich. Get over the whole Vogue thing and move on, because we all have.
Yeah. Melania who? All right. Well,
canceled.
Next, many transgender women dream of one day giving birth, and one doctor in India is hoping to make that dream come true. The first attempt at a uterine transplant on a transgender woman was in the 1930s, JB, but sadly it wasn't successful. While in recent years, technology has advanced and such implants have worked on cisgender women, Dr. Narendra Kaushik of the Almec Transgender Surgery Institute thinks that the time has come again to give the gift of motherhood to a woman who was assigned male at birth. Kiki number 3, doctor plans on implanting a uterus in a woman of transgender experience. What are we all talking about? You know that Tucker Carlson right now, his head is going,
just exploding. He is going to have so much negativity to say. But I just want to point out and reiterate, the first was done in 1930. That tells you how long our transgender brothers and sisters have been existing in our world.
What a
and
great
the
point.
1930s is just it's not the start, you know?
No, exactly.
It's been forever.
That's
so.
almost 100 years ago,
Right?
JB. And you know, and there are these Republicans and these Tucker Carlson wannabes that think that we just invented.
Right?
You
Exactly.
know,
Like it just arose, like it's the gay agenda or something. But oh my God, if I could get pregnant, you have no idea. I would be on my third child, my third husband. I would have baby daddies. Maybe I'm not setting a good impression.
Well, you're being honest, and I love it. And I can see you there with
I'm not being honest. I'm just playing. I would have like one husband. We would be married for like 10 decades and stuff like that. My kids would absolutely adore us. They would be perfect.
And you would have the perfect little family. And then you would have like these little peons like fanning you, right? When you were pregnant with your third kid.
Yes.
I could see
it. So Luna would be there. You would be there. Baby
course.
shower. No gender reveal, of course.
No, because we don't want to burn down forests like people do.
Exactly, right? So no, but how cool is that? Technology is amazing what we can do. And you know, this whole idea of natural birth and this controversy about Roe versus Wade and abortion and all this stuff, and the fact that we are taking it to the next level to say that, hey, anything is possible. And it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
Listen, we've been sending people to the moon for how long, you know?
And no one's complaining about that.
And no one's complaining about that, you know? People have children all the time, and I'm one, you know, I'm from the hood in Jersey, and like my friends started having kids like at 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even playing. And first, I knew that was not for me. Second, a lot of these women were not good mothers, you know? And I would think to myself, there should be some kind of workshop, there should be some kind of license that you need to get before you become a parent.
Oh, definitely. If only we could do that. But I have a better idea. How about this? Since we're having this whole controversy over anti-abortion and changing what has been in existence since the Supreme Court decided it decades ago, what if we made it an option where, hey, man, you could have a uterus now, you know? Let's see if they would really be licensing or trying to care about a woman's body then.
Yeah,
You know?
right?
Like, let's stick them all with uterus, me included, and then we'll see how well we do about telling someone else what they could do with their bodies.
Listen,
you know?
I like JB's idea, all right? You give a boy a period, okay, and things would completely change.
Like, how do women
It's
deal
a
with
pain in the ass.
Oh
We could
my
talk about it
goodness.
off the show. It's a pain in the ass, all right? And it kind of messes up 1 week of the month every month.
I could imagine.
So I can't, and most of my gay boys are too dramatic as it is. I can see them. I'm staying home like I'm a period.
Yes, it would be an all-on cat fight.
It would be a week off every month for you guys. God. No lie at all. Finally, Patti LuPone. Do you know who she is?
Yes,
She
she's an icon.
Incredible actress on Broadway, theater, TV, stage, everything.
And she's spicy too.
She really is, and she doesn't put up with BS. She doesn't put up with nonsense. So recently at an event in a theater in New York City, one blonde Karen in the crowd refused to wear her mask. And when the iconic actress called her out, Patti lost her cool, okay? Check it out.
Put your mask over your nose. That's why you're in the theater. That is the rule. If you don't want to follow the rule, get the out. Who do you think you are if you do not respect the people that are sitting around you? You pay my salary. Chris Harper pays my salary. Who do you think you are? Just put your mask over your nose.
Kiki number 4, Patti LuPone is a badass. What are we all talking about? What do you think?
First things first, world star.
World
oh my
star,
God,
hashtag.
celebrity gone crazy. I love it. You know, like, they almost had their whole world destroyed. Some of them even did because of the pandemic.
Yes.
You know, I remember watching on a CSFBN or whatever it's called, where they had a segment where all of Broadway went dark, you know, and none of them knew what to do. And now we're back thriving, coming back, and there's still people that want to ruin it for everybody. So kudos to her, you know, like she should have put her in a headlock. And I'm just kidding. I don't condone violence.
We don't condone violence. But it's just like, you know, you don't think about it, but it was the actors, it was the producers, it was the people behind the scenes, it was the people making the costumes, JB, it was the people bringing the food for these people. I mean, they employ so many people on Broadway, and all those people didn't have a paycheck coming in. You know?
Exactly. And when one person gets it, all of it has to completely shut down. Yeah, because they have to be safe and cautious about what's going on. So please just wear. What is so hard? What is so hard? Like, did we have to go through this during seatbelts? Was it like
maybe there was. I don't know. I just think people have such, you know, there's some people that will not wear white after Labor Day, but they have an issue putting on a mask. Like, it's just like one of those things where
it doesn't make any sense. And when you really dig down to the core of it, it's really being selfish. You know, it's really thinking only about yourself, because really putting on a mask isn't asking for too much. And if you could save somebody's life, imagine if you could cure world hunger with putting on a mask. Would you still be complaining? Because it's like you could save lives by just putting on a mask.
There would still be people saying, but how long do I have to put it on? And do I really have to? Or can there be another way?
Now, I could understand if it was a chastity belt or something like that. Then I would be objecting. You know,
I've seen you wear some harnesses that looked a little uncomfortable.
See, pain equals beauty, and mask equals safety.
You know, and we're almost out of this.
Yes, almost.
We're almost out of this, but people are still getting COVID on a regular basis. You know, one of my closest sisters in the community has COVID right now, and I'm like, darn it, you know, and I'm like, you got it now. It's not even in style anymore to get COVID. You got it now, you know.
So passe.
But it's still happening.
It is. It's still happening, and luckily we have the vaccines, and they're very big help for people that do contract COVID, because they won't have you in the ICU dying alone, where no one could come and see you and say their good wishes to you. But still, you know, we don't want to clog up the system where everybody's going to the hospital because of COVID. So now they can't do life-saving treatment and surgeries and stuff like that, because they're dealing with all this. So if we could prevent all of that with just a mask, oh my goodness.
And it just became such a political thing that doesn't, you know, you guys know my wife is a nurse practitioner, so she was there at the front lines at Jackson Memorial Hospital, which was like the epicenter of like COVID death in Miami, you know, and there were 300-400 patients there, and people that were needed to be there for the emergency room aspect of it couldn't get in.
It's insane.
So yeah, we don't want to revert back to that. So go Patti LuPone for standing up for yourself and standing up for the theater community. You go, girl. Love it. Next up, JB, we are gay, and I feel just gayer sitting with you today.
Oh, it must be the scarf.
I love it. So we are gay after all. Let's talk about some fun things that will help us get through the week. The radical religious, well, they call it queer as a negative. Governor Ron DeSantis calls it don't say gay. At the FayWhat show, we call it the gay agenda. First, I love Depeche Mode. I mean, love, love, love. And one of the best tribute bands to them is Strangelove, the Depeche Mode experience. June 4th, they're coming to town. They're going to be at the casino at Dania Beach with over 2 hours of Depeche Mode, Depeche Mode, Depeche Mode. The music, the costumes, the stage effects, every detail pays homage to the over 40 years of Depeche Mode music. They'll also be joined by Electric Duke, an amazing David Bowie tribute band from the UK. Event number 1, the music of Depeche Mode and David Bowie in the same night. Strangelove with Electric Duke at the casino at Dania Beach. The gay agenda. What do we love about this?
Oh, this is awesome. Right? I can't believe it. Well, you know, I'm 12 and a half, you know, so I don't really, you know, I'm too young for all of that.
Of course. 40 years of music. You don't get it. I know. Yeah.
But at the same time, it just brings me back to when I did a play called Sauna at the Foundry.
Oh, yes.
And one of my lines actually had Depeche Mode in it, you know. So,
say it again. Get in character. Get in character.
Oh, my goodness. Can't we all just be silent like the Depeche Mode song? Enjoy the silence. So that was one of my lines, and I can't. So it extends time, you know. It really truly extends time.
Transcends.
And now we're gonna be rocking out to it.
Listen,
it's awesome.
And can you believe it? I mean, I love. Okay, there's tribute bands everywhere, but this Strangelove band is like epic. Like Depeche Mode even says they're awesome, you know? So
Right.
they're gonna be at the casino at Dania Beach. Get your tickets now. I think it's gonna be a lot of love and a lot of fun. And David Bowie.
Oh,
Other
who
incredible
doesn't
music.
love David Bowie? You know,
Nobody
like
does.
really.
Yeah, and I love that it's like gay, straight, black, white, brown. Like it's just like across the board. I remember like my mom not even knowing English, but like playing Depeche Mode like
Oh
while
my
she cleaned the house,
God.
And it's like, how do
Transcendent.
you know the words to the song, but you can't
Well, that's
tell.
like me playing Spanish music, music transcends all nationalities,
Yes.
races, everything,
Yes.
if it's just the feeling of it. If you love it, you love it. And that's what Depeche Mode is. It's the feeling, and it's just iconic, and people just enjoy
And
it
you
and love
feel
it.
it.
So this is going to be a great event. I'm just curious which harness I'm going to wear.
Your favorite one. That's the one. Next, P-Town is a gay mecca, but it's fun for the girls too. Lesbian nightlife and Provincetown for Women present Memday Provincetown Memorial Day weekend, May 26th through the 30th. It's one of the largest lesbian takeovers in the world as thousands of lesbians flock to Cape Cod for a weekend of tons of parties, tons of women, and tons of fun. Find out more at memdayptown.com. Event number 2, it's time for a girls trip. Memorial Day weekend lesbian festival in P-Town. The gay agenda. What do we love about this?
So did you buy my ticket?
Oh
Are we
my
going? Are we
Oh
heading
my
to
God,
P-Town?
JB, I'm so sad that I won't be going this year. But I was talking to my friend Lexi, and I was like, look, the FayWhat show needs to be on location at P-Town Memorial Day
God.
2023. We're going to make that happen. We're going to figure it out. Because,
That's actually perfect.
P-Town is incredible.
Free tickets.
I know you haven't been, which I'm
No.
surprised that you haven't been
Oh
to
my
P-Town.
God, I'm surprised too. I'm just waiting for that one man who has that money to like
And has the boat to take you over
you
there.
know, like where is he at? Maybe
Call us. Call us. P-Town is beautiful. It's like Key West on steroids, okay? And it really is not a gay town, but it's a gay town.
Yes,
You know?
and it's a gay mecca for vacationing, and it's been synonymous for gay men to go there and have a ball of fun. So why not have the women there now? Like really,
completely debauchery, sex on the street. No? Okay. No. Well,
I would suggest it. Back to queer as folk days.
I love it. I think we should. So we're gonna be there 2023. I gotta figure out how we're gonna do it, but FayWhat show live at P-Town for
Production
Women's Weekend.
team, get on it.
Make it happen. Topless Tuesdays or something. I don't know.
Ooh,
We gotta do
topless Faye Tuesdays.
Ooh, I like that. Next, it's that time again. While most of the girls go to P-Town and some of the boys go to International Mr. Leather, everyone else can go to In Leather on the 28th for Lambda Men's Brotherhood's monthly charity pool party. There will be lots of hot sausage on the grill, you perverts. On the grill. Although it is a clothing optional party, as well as music, beverages, and a whole lot more. Find out more at lmbftl.org. Event number 3, Lambda Men's Brotherhood Memorial Day Weekend Charity Pool Party at In Leather. The gay agenda. What do we love about this?
Oh my God, I must concur. There were so many sausages there.
On
the grill! No, but on the grill, off the grill, it was just a pleasurable experience. I had such a great time. It's for such a good cause.
Yeah.
So I just enjoyed it. You take a dip in the pool, hang out, sunbathe, all that good stuff. And you're all natural if you want to.
So it's okay to go. Okay, let's just say that someone is new to the leather world or wants to explore their sexuality in some way. Can they go with clothes and still feel welcome?
Yes, it's one of those places where it's clothing optional, so you definitely don't have to get fully naked in the buff. And what's great about it is that, everybody's enjoying and everybody's welcome.
Okay.
So trans, men, girls, queer, all straight, even straight. Bring the straight boys, bring the straight girls. It's just that type of pool party where you could have just so much fun and feel comfortable with who you are, whether you have clothes on or not. I recommend it.
I love that. And I've never heard of a clothing optional kind of leather-esque party that is all inclusive. It's mostly for you boys.
Yeah,
and and the rest of us, we respect it, but we want to be there. We're like, we want to go in.
And now you got the opportunity, and it's all for a good cause. So everybody join in. Let's get in this pool. Let's crowd it up. Let's make it a great event. It already is. We can make it more fabulous. And you don't have to wear your leather at all. You don't have to wear anything. So it's amazing. It's a it's a great experience.
Well, and let's go back to what they do, the good cause that it is, okay? Like we're literally being erased in so many schools. LGBTQ plus history is being erased in many schools here in Florida because of Ron DeSantis. And I can go on there.
Don't say gay.
And it's don't say gay crap.
nonsense.
And when it comes to the Lambda Men's Brotherhood, they are there because they want to have a course of action where the education of LGBTQ history is put in the classrooms for those who want it.
Thank God. Bless the Lord and all his saviors.
Amen.
Yes, but it's amazing we're fighting so hard, and to be able to fight back in such a fun way, you're giving back and you're having fun at the same time, instead of feeling that weight on your shoulders, having to deal with all the stress with the don't say gay and just trying to turn back the hands of time.
Yeah.
To do this in such a fun way is like creative and ingenious. And who doesn't love a pool party in South Florida?
With sausage.
With
With sausage.
on the grill.
On the grill. Finally, we love our local theater, and one of the best independent theaters in South Florida is the Foundry that you were just talking about before, JB. So now through May 29th, you won't want to miss Tommy on Top. So Tommy is in LA for the Academy Awards, but his hidden sexuality may stop him from getting an award. Full of action, hot guys, and some of the most talented actors in South Florida. You won't want to miss this story of the dark side of Hollywood. Event number 4, Ronnie Larsen Presents Tommy on Top at the Foundry through May 29th. The gay agenda, what do we love about this?
I'm just waiting for the Ronnie Larsen Presents Damien on Top.
Oh, I can get him for
Damien
you.
on top,
I can
right?
get him for you, Mr. Larson.
Like,
I
how
can get
cool
him.
would that be? Oh my God.
So they've been doing a lot of different plays there at the
Yes.
Foundry, right?
Yes.
The sauna that you were
Yes.
in,
Mhm.
right? Also,
Yes.
I called it the
And-
bathhouse before. I was like, wasn't it called the bathhouse?
And
It's
it
like,
did
no.
so well that it was reprised after our run, and we did a second run, and we had cameos. We even had the mayor of Wilton Manors there. Ronnie Larsen is such a good director and
What a talent,
playwright,
JB,
all
right?
of that. He truly is. And to bring gay theater to our humble home is amazing.
Yes.
And guess what? Nudity's back because Tommy on Top has some nudity. He did some runs with some serious plays for the past couple of months, and now we're back to the little fun comedic aspect of it, and all of them just do so well. The Foundry Island City Stage, all of our local gay theater houses are doing so well, and I'm just so proud of our community to support theater.
For support him. Like we're back. Like I love going to the Parker. I just saw Pretty Woman the other day. I love musicals. We're gay. We love musicals, right? We love
Right.
plays.
Oh
we
my
love
God.
theater.
Chicago.
I love that. Rent, Les Mis. I can go on.
Right.
But to have that local theater, and
Mhm.
that local theater aspect, and to see local talent that we know and love, like yourself,
Exactly.
and to
Oh,
go
thank
support.
you.
And sold out. They sold out all the time. Like if you don't get your tickets quick, like you're
Right.
asked out.
It's true. It's true. And there's sausages there too. Can you believe it?
For you sausage lovers, we've got the shows and the places for you to go to.
Yes, it's
Sausage
amazing.
on stage.
It's amazing. So definitely go out, support our local theaters, Island City Stage,
Yes.
PAL, Plays of Wilton Manors. That's
Mhm.
what it stands for. Ronnie Larsen at the Foundry. You're going to love these shows. He does such a great job of producing something that's comical, fun. And then get this, there's also little interjections of like Melania and Trump in there,
Ooh.
like bash, and all that good stuff.
So,
So
us gays,
In a
we
good way.
can't do theater without some shade.
Right?
So,
We can't do anything without some shade.
Nothing
right?
at all. It's how we roll. Well, it's what we'll all be talking about this week and the events that we want to attend. I got to say thank you to JB for getting up early with me and being on the FayWhat show. I don't know what you did to Damien, and it's okay. I know. He's like, I got to go. I got to take care of something. But don't worry. I left you a present in bed.
And here comes
And here's my present. All right. I know how hard it is for you in the morning because gay boys sleep late. I love you, darling. Thank you so much for being on the FayWhat show. Mwah. Oh, double kiss. I love that. We're so
French.
We're so French. Is that what that is?
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Oui, oui.
Yes, and don't forget, everybody, we're having Stonewall Pride
Yes.
June 18th, Saturday. So make sure you come out. It's going to be a fabulous event like it always is. You're going to be there, right?
Of course, we're going to be on stage, and it's going to be incredible. Get your flights in, New Yorkers. You guys are always asking about the prides down here. Stonewall, June 18th. Get your your tickets and get your asses down here.
Yes,
right?
thank you so much for coming in bed with me. Now you got to make it.
Yeah. Thank you, JB. Love you, Bobby.
Oh, thank you.
So the FayWhat show is filmed at our permanent set at the Happening Out television studios on the campus of Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church. Happening Out broadcasts live Sunday services every week at 10:30 a.m. as part of that partnership. Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church. Watch this.
I'm Gabe Salazar, Artistic Director of the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida, and Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
Is our community important to you? If it is, I hope you will share this experience. Please like the FayWhat Show on YouTube or Facebook. And huge news, you should be watching the FayWhat Show on broadcast television, in addition to social media outlets as well. You can tune in on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or Amazon Fire TV. I want you to support me in this endeavor. Next up is my special guest, Alexis Hunter. Next up, let's welcome Alexis Hunter. Alexis is the author of Joy Lansing, A Body to Die For. Joy Lansing may have been the last of Hollywood's blonde bombshells, but she was also one lost to its sexist, indeed deadly system of control. Hunter is herself a victim of studio servitude and Lansing's spouse during the Starlet's final years. She offers the tell-all now available. Okay, so we got to welcome Miss Alexis Hunter. Hi.
Hi, Faye. How are you?
How are you? I'm so happy to finally have you on the FayWhat Show. We've been trying to get you since last year, and you've been so busy.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. So this is great. I'm thrilled to be there with you.
So let's talk.
I wish I were there.
I wish you were here. Next time that you're in South Florida, you got to come by here for sure.
I will, definitely.
So let's talk. I mean, you know, it's been so wonderful to just have conversations with you before this interview to talk all there is about Joy. Joy brought you so much joy. Tell us a little bit about Joy and her background.
Oh, Joy was so wonderful. She was probably the sweetest person on the planet, so kind. She started doing films when I think she was like 14 years old, and she progressed, and a lot of her fame was in the 60s. She was a really big star in the 60s, and she became pretty much like the Monroe of television. She was on at that time. I mean, a lot of your listeners and viewers don't know that during that time there were only 3 channels. Only 3 channels on television, and Joy was on all of them.
Wow.
And, you know, she did over 100 TV shows. Anytime they needed a gorgeous woman, like on Lucy's show, or, you know, all of those, they would have Joy. She was eye candy. She was the eye candy.
Well, we're going to show our viewers some pictures of Joy, and Joy was gorgeous. I mean, drop dead gorgeous. You know, and very true. Like she was very Marilyn Monroe-esque, and all that time, she was also a lesbian because she was with you.
Yes.
And so,
actually, she was straight and
straight to bed, right, Alexis? No, I'm joking.
No, she had not been with a woman before. She was married 3 times and very much into guys, and it just happened. It was just one of those marvelous, magnificent things.
How did you meet her?
We met and on a film. I was okay. This is my big starring role in a Stinko film called Bigfoot. Joy was the star, and I was one of the Bigfoot monsters. So it was Beauty and the Beast. It was Beauty and the Beast. There I am in this monkey suit, and I didn't know that Joy was in the film because I'd always had a crush on her when I was a kid. I would watch her on TV. I'd rush home to go see her, and I'm sitting in makeup and they're putting this stupid monkey suit on me and gluing fake fur on my face and my hands. It's so low budget, it stunk. But I'm there sitting there, and in walks Joy, and I about fainted. And she sat next to me, and she was just so sweet, totally unpretentious, unassuming, and just so friendly and nice. And we just started talking, and we became friends. And that's how things just started. It was just wonderful.
And is it the usual one thing led to another, and you knew that there was more there than just friendship?
No. The thing is, we were just really close, and one night after shooting, because it was so low budget, we would talk. We'd go to a place called Schwab's, which was famous in West Hollywood, and we would just sit and talk for hours and hours and hours, and we just connected. And then you were talking about go-go dancing. One night I had a gig as a go-go dancer, and I invited her, and I didn't know if she'd show up, but there she shows. This was a real dive, a real toilet in LA. I can't even remember the name of the place. And there I am on the go-go stage, and in walks Joy, drop dead friggin' gorgeous, full makeup. I mean, to die for. And she walks in, and I was on this little platform, and there were seats around, and I think she was the only other female in the joint, and I was dancing to My Girl. That was our song by the Temptations, and I'm dancing away, and then she looks up at me and signals me to, bend down to talk to her, and I did, and she says, "You don't belong here. Let's get out of here." So I left. I absolutely
You just
left.
came down off the box and you just left with her.
I left and I said, "Adios," and I left, and we just went over to her, her apartment, and we were just sitting and talking, and she had, at that time, the cool thing was to have fake fireplace in the wall. I don't know if you know about that, but it was cool. You push a button and it's rocking, right? And so we're just lying there, and then suddenly she leans over and kisses me, and that was it.
Did you expect that kiss?
No. In fact, I knew I was gay. I had a little bit experience, not much, but I wasn't gonna take a chance in wrecking this wonderful friendship. I mean, my God, I was never gonna come on to her or let her know I was gay. But she leaned over and kissed me, and well, I didn't leave. I never left. That was it. It was fabulous. Oh my God, Faye, it was just so fabulous.
So from then on, from that kiss, you were joined at the hip. That was it.
We were together 24/7.
We've got to kind of wrap this for our viewers. This is in the 60s, 70s?
I met her in 1969.
Okay, so 60s and 70s. Were you out together? Like, now that you decided to have something with Joy, were you out in public as a couple, or?
Oh no, we played the sisters act, which a lot of people did.
Mm-hmm.
I was her younger sister, and suddenly I had a new name, and it was Rachel Lansing. So, okay, I would have.
She's so hot. She named you, and you were like, okay, that's my name, no problem.
You could have called me anything, and that would have been just fine. So, but I was Rachel Lansing, and I was her baby sister, and no one suspected because we were both blonde, had the same color eyes, and we could pull it off. So. Yeah, because we had to be very discreet, no affection, none of that stuff in public, because it would have absolutely destroyed her career. Couldn't do that.
She was a sex symbol. I mean, just think about it. I mean, a hot pinup, a la Marilyn Monroe coming out as gay. That was, I mean, these were the days where it was still illegal, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, bars were no touch. There were only a few women's bars, and you couldn't put your hand on someone's shoulder. You couldn't do anything, or the cops would come in and they would bust the place, and they would always pick on the pretty girls.
Well, imagine, let's put that in perspective. This is a 1969, 1970. Stonewall happened in 69. So this is all around that time.
Absolutely. No, and Man on the Moon. This was very big. It was a big year, and it was the best year of my life, I got to tell you.
Oh, that's so
Best
beautiful.
year. Oh, my God.
But you
I
have
wish
these.
you had known her.
I wish I would have known her. She seems to have been such an incredible human being. Let's talk a little bit about, you know, I mean, Hollywood. Hollywood takes no prisoners. They're, you know, they don't want you to get old. They don't want you to have a wrinkle. They don't want you to be gay. How did Joy maneuver all of that?
It wasn't easy for her. She was very afraid of aging. She was 39 when we met and freaking out because Hollywood, you know, you have to be young and beautiful, and work starts to diminish. And luckily she had a nightclub act. She was a wonderful singer, and so she had that to fall back on, but she was scared to death of aging. And that's part of the reason why she's no longer with us.
You talk about that. You talk about that in your book,
in the book.
Joy Lansing, A Body to Die For. She was injecting. She was doing it. She did some sort of injections.
Yeah, she had silicone injections, which they're still doing, and that's part of the reason for the book. They're doing it, and at that point, people were getting it in their faces. Sinatra, she was dating Sinatra at the time, and they both had silicone. She had silicone in her breasts, and he had it in his face. That's why his face was starting to get a little lumpy, because silicone moves. It migrates. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's a terrible.
It's terrible.
And they're doing it now. They're doing it now, Faye, big time. All these women that are obsessed with the big butts, they're getting injections because I mean, you don't have to have surgery. They just keep injecting with more and more silicone until you have these gigantic butts. But the thing is, it's terrible. It's a terrible thing. And she was so afraid of aging. She went to a doctor friend who wasn't really a friend and said, I can't grow old. What can I do? What can I do? And he gave her an open-ended prescription for estrogen, for Premarin. And she kept taking it, even though she was in her 30s. She was producing more than enough estrogen on her own. And she ended up with breast and ovarian cancer.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, it was just so hideous, hideous. So I want to stop it. I want to stop them from injecting it.
We have a friend that is a friend of the show. Her name is Raji Narinsing, and she was on a show on E called Botched. And she, you know who I'm talking about, and she's a friend of the show, and she lives here in South Florida, and she has had, I don't know, up to date, I mean, a double-digit amount of surgeries to fix all the injections that she had gotten done. And the person who did it is in jail, thank goodness. But it's still, but it's still happening, like you said.
It's so terrible. I mean, because it costs so much to have like butt implants or whatever, and silicone, especially people doing it illegal. It's illegal, period. But doing it, it costs a lot less, and it's instantaneous and no surgery, but it will kill you. Or make you, want to die because it messes you up so badly. And as I told you earlier in our conversation, I had one injection. When Joy and I were together in New York, the guy who had done some of hers, I said, you could use a little. So stupid me, whatever. So
mind you, you're 18 years younger than Joy, and she's like, hey, you can use a little.
Oh, sure, I can use a little. So I had one injection in each breast. And within 4 years, I had to have a bilateral mastectomy because it messed me up big time. And luckily, it didn't kill me. It didn't kill me. I caught it in time. I was having cellular changes in my breast, and I was
all from these
fortunate.
Injections. All from these injections.
Stupid injections, yeah.
The stuff that we do to ourselves as women.
Yeah, duh. Oh, you could use a little.
You could use a little. You could use a little. I mean, I have my Botox lady on speed dial. I send her Christmas cards. I get it. I totally understand.
Oh, sure. Of course. Yeah. So that was the deal. But Joy was just absolutely magnificent. And she didn't have to die. She did not have to die, and she was only 43 when she died.
Wow.
I mean, it was just tragic.
So
really
you
tragic.
met her at 39. She was gone at 43. Did you
Right.
have? I mean, was this the love story of your life, Alexis?
Yeah, it was. It was. My God.
And this
Can
was,
you
and
imagine?
not to age you by any means, but this is a couple of decades ago, correct?
Yeah, it was a little more than a couple. But thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for knocking off a few decades. Thanks. Yeah, it was a while ago. Joy died 50 years ago.
Wow.
50. Yeah.
And you can
Terrible.
honestly say you're sitting with me here today saying she was the love of my life. She was my one.
She was the one. She was the one.
So are we
Just
going to
a
see
great
all
lady.
this? Are we going to read all this in the book? Is all of this in the
Oh,
book?
yeah.
Joy
Oh, my God,
Lansing, A
there's so
Body to
much
Die
more.
For?
Yeah, there's so much more, Faye. My God, we had some serious adventures. It was wild. I think your readers and listeners will really get a kick out of it.
And there's not a lot of lesbian authors out there, so I say thank you. And and on part
Yeah.
from all, I love following up and following our lesbian writers. And I mean, this book just seems like it's epic. I mean, it really has a love story. It has a struggle. It has everything. Sex, lies, and
And
videotape
it's
all in
true.
one.
Yeah, baby, and it's all true, which is really good. It's a true story about our relationship. And one thing I didn't tell you, which is so cool, Faye, is my book was in the curriculum of the local high school.
Really?
They had to read 2 books and do like a term paper on each one. One I think was War and Peace, and one was
And
mine.
the other one was yours. How incredible is that?
Yeah.
Well, mind you, they're taking all the LGBTQ plus books out of the libraries here in Florida
know.
because that's
I'll
the place
tell it.
we live.
Yeah. It's time to move, Faye.
Oh, God.
Get out of there. Yeah, come to Cali.
Seriously.
Yeah.
What do you
Yes,
What do you think that Joy would think right now with how the climate is for LGBTQ plus?
She would be so angry and so upset. This would just really, really upset her to know what's going on. And that, when my book came out, I wanted it to be mainstream, because Joy was mainstream. I didn't want, it to be pigeonholed as, oh, this is a lesbian book or this is a gay book. So it came out as, as mainstream. And now that things are changing. And we're being threatened, and gay marriage is being threatened, and gay and lesbian and queer and trans people are it's becoming fearful, So I want my book out there because hopefully it'll change some minds. People will understand that, the trite expression, love is love. Well, love is love. Yeah. And we feel the same thing. We feel the hurt and the love and the passion and the tragedy that everybody else does. Maybe a little bit more,
Yeah, I think we're more sensitive to it too.
Yeah, and if people can read the book, maybe it'll change some minds. What's really cool is I've gotten letters from people who said, well, I wasn't talking to my son or my daughter, but someone told me about your book and I read it and now I am.
Wow,
Is that
that's
the best?
incredible.
Yeah. So if I can help someone understand who we are and what we feel, then it's good. It's good.
Well,
And
I think that you're going to achieve that for sure.
I hope so. And one thing that's really, really important to know is keep your fingers crossed. It looks like it's going to be a limited series.
Oh my goodness, you heard it here first on the FayWhat show. It'll be Joy Lansing, A Body to Die For on Netflix.
Yeah, baby, or it's one of the
Or
streaming
Hulu.
services.
I don't care who. I mean, but incredible.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Who would
Yeah,
you want to play you?
I thought of Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, I like
I thought
Jennifer
of
Lawrence.
She's cool. She's really cool. And
I can
the
see
one
her on a
would
box
love-
dancing.
Yeah, baby. And the one that I would love to play, Joy, I don't know if she's affordable because she's such a big star. Margot Robbie.
Oh, wow. I love her. Bombshell, blonde bombshell right there.
Yeah, she would be fabulous.
Yes,
I mean,
she
and the role for two women is really powerful.
It could be the next Brokeback. I mean, it could really break barriers.
Oh, it could, and that's the whole idea. So keep a good thought. It's looking good. It's
for
looking
sure.
really good.
Oh my God, I sure hope so. I'm going to send all kinds of good energy your way. I think it's going to happen.
Thank
I mean,
you.
we need more stories like this out there for sure.
Oh yeah, especially with. Sorry.
No, especially
with what's happening, the sexist bullshit, the Me Too movement, because Joy dealt with that every frigging day of her career. She dealt with the bullshit, and the silicone and the climate out there toward gay people is really getting scary. I mean, and for women, I mean, with trying to stop abortion, Joy was married and she got pregnant, and her husband forced her to have an illegal abortion. So, it's all those things,
yeah. But do you feel like we're going backwards? I mean, it's 2022 and all these stories that you're telling me are things that are happening right now.
Oh my God, yeah. No, it's going backwards. And that's what's really frightening. It's really scary because, I was closeted a good portion of my life. And when you're closeted and people think you're straight, they tell you how they really feel. They tell you how they really feel about look at that queer over there, or look at that dyke, and if you come out, then it's, oh, isn't that sweet?
Oh, I support you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, rah, bullshit. They don't. I mean, maybe some do, and there are some people who are our allies and care about us, and the word I hate most is tolerance. Do not tolerate me. Yeah. Don't tolerate. Accept me, understand me, yeah, but don't tolerate me.
No.
I'm gone. I'm out of there.
Exactly. I don't need to be in your life if you're tolerating me. I'm sorry.
Right. Exactly. So tolerance is a 4-letter word with a few more extras.
That's true for sure. Alexis, I also know that you make jewelry. Where did that come from?
I'm really right brain artsy. Painted, Joy started me painting, and I've shown all over, LA, New York, Athens, Greece, North Carolina, a lot of different places. And then I've sort of segued into making jewelry, which I love doing. It's my passion. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check out. I'm gonna have to check out some jewelry, girl. I'm gonna have to check out some jewelry for sure. Let us know, Alexis, where we can find the book. Where can we purchase the book today?
Amazon.
All
Amazon,
right.
Barnes & Noble. It's Joy Lansing, A Body to Die For. And the other line in it, it's a love story. So people, it talks about our life together. And I think your viewers will like it. It's real. It's an easy read. It's also an audio book, an ebook. And Amazon.
Amazon is it. We love Amazon. I get at least 3 packages a day. My dog lets me know.
So
I definitely, viewers out there, pick up the book, okay? It just, it's a love story. It's a wonderful love story. And it also just wakes us up and reminds us about how easily we're taking steps backwards, and how, age is just a number, women. We're constantly trying to stay young and stay young and stay young. And look, Joy could have still been with us today if it wasn't for putting herself in such danger just to not age out of Hollywood.
Right.
So, well, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for being with us on the show. You are simply incredible. You and me are going to stay in touch for sure.
I love it, Faye. You are delightful. Absolutely delightful.
Thank you, darling. And please make sure you pick up her book today. Go grab it on Amazon. It'll be at your door in 2 days, all right? And I will be talking to you again soon, Alexis. Thank you so much.
Oh, good, honey. Take care of yourself.
You too, darling.
Thanks. Okay. Thank you, Faye.
Thank you, Alexis, for joining me. I love you, Mama. Wow, what an epic story. She is just incredible. So we're going to be bringing you special interviews with interesting people, just like Alexis, to get your week started right on the FayWhat show. Before I finish, I want to tell you about what I've been thinking about. We call it FayWhat's on my mind. So May is National Mental Health Month, and I had to spotlight how important acknowledging our mental health is. In the Latin culture, many struggle with mental health, and no one talks about it. It's the loneliest struggle, and it doesn't have to be. We turn to alcohol and drugs to cope. That's what happened to me. You know, we, and by we, I mean LGBTQ+, introverts, extroverts, women, Black, brown, we overthink and overanalyze everything. We constantly feel not enough or not worthy. This constant hamster wheel of bad thoughts and limiting beliefs sent me into a tailspin, and thoughts of suicide came soon after. Why do we suffer in silence? Why is it not okay to ask for help? Now, let's talk LGBTQ+. We are held down, marginalized. Many of us are shunned by our own freaking families. We minimize our struggles because they must not be real, right? I'm different enough as it is. I don't want to be even more needy. No, people are dying daily. Suicide is prevalent in our community, and many times it's someone untreated and desperate. How often we see a post on Facebook of someone that we lost in our community to suicide. How awful are the thoughts in your mind that the only way out is to end your life? If you or a friend is struggling with mental health, please remember that you matter. You are not alone, and there are resources for support available. So what can we do? What can you do? Well, the Trevor Project is incredible, or Trans Lifeline. I love them. I'm obsessed with Born This Way, okay, and their mission. Born This Way Foundation is co-founded and led by Lady Gaga and her mother, Cynthia Germanata. They support the mental health of young people, and they work with them to build a kinder and braver world. The foundation aims to make kindness cool and to validate the emotions of young people and eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health. Learn how the foundation encourages people to practice kindness toward themselves and their communities through its website, bornthisway.foundation. And you know, they also have a storytelling platform that's called Channel Kindness at channelkindness.org. Learn about and take the Be There certificate. Okay, that's a new free online mental health course available in English, Spanish, French, that offers a simple, actionable framework teaching us how to recognize when someone might be struggling, understand their role in supporting that person, and learn how to connect them to the help that they need and deserve. The Be There certificate is mental health education for all of us, and it is so important. I also like This Is My Brave, and they're an organization that uses storytelling to save lives. Folks can access hundreds of stories on their website or submit their own stories to connect to a community dedicated to bringing painful, dark stories about mental illness and addiction to light. Part of spreading awareness means sharing your story and your experiences in a safe way. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. That can help so many. So share your stories. Be a walking billboard of getting through darkness, because we've all been there, right? Use your time, talents, or financial means to support an organization, a mental health organization near you. Whether you want to donate to a national nonprofit or support a community member affected by mental illness through a mutual fund, it's all up to you. Your assistance can really make a difference. Learning more about your own mental health can also be one of the most empowering things that you can do for yourself. Do this by taking an online mental health screening maybe, or you can use, this opportunity to maybe seek professional help. Maybe therapy works. Maybe you can start journaling your feelings, or connect with a loved one who may have also experienced with a certain mental health condition, like me. Let's talk about some good news often, God, good news, it's in the world. The world is full of it. Take it from me. We're a news media company. I literally cry at least once a week because of hateful stories against our community that I have to report. So celebrate good news. When we fill our brains with reminders that there's lots of good in the world too, it helps us feel more hopeful about the future and encourages us to be part of creating that better future. So when you found good news, make sure you share it with others, all right? I hope some of these ideas help in some way. Remember, you are not alone. Well, that's it. That's the FayWhat show. I am really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our community, in our LGBTQ+ community. It's often hard for us girls. But if we believe that we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our L, G, B, T, and Q+. Nothing like this has been done before. It's why we start with inspirations like Mary Tyler Moore and that girl's Marlo Thomas. It's been a tough couple of years, so let's be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. It's what makes us so strong. Until next time, America, next Monday at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I am #thatgirl. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Rainbows, gay boys, #thatgirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #thatgirl. Pride-filled, tea dance, Wilton. Is that girl, that teen?